Hey guys, and welcome to Nature Talks. I am Nata Hizode. Well, in here we keep it real 100%. Like, I give you the gist as they go. Guys, there's some things that I just realized that we need to actually, we need to gist and talk about some reality which is centered around friendship. Friendship is it's funny how some people can kill themselves. They can hit their head on the wall because of friendship. But then we realize that nobody can stay or say, oh, I'm an island on my own, I'm going to stay on my own, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes this friendship that we're talking about, it's not by force, so you can't kill yourself. Guys, I am Nata Hizode. If you don't already know, I am Nata Hizode, yes, and this is my YouTube channel, Nature Talks. If you're just tuning in for the very first time, welcome, and know that I have a big heart for you. Like, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also click on the notification bell and click on all so that you always be the first to know when I upload a YouTube talking video. Like, we need to talk about it when it's real. We need to talk about it as it is hot without featuring words like you're welcome all my hater booze. Don't go nowhere. Let's talk about some real talk, y'all. At this stage of your life, like if you got in through 2020, you're meant to understand that you're in a stage where you need to sit down, put your head together, evaluate the people in your life, and make some right decisions. So in here, I'm going to be talking about some friends that you just need to cut away from, and also how to know that these people you're cutting away from are toxic, and you need to get far, and as far as possible, as far as you can get. Like, run. You know how they say, on your mark, set, and go. This time you have to run as fast as Usain Bolt. Like, run as fast as Usain Bolt away from these friends. Otherwise, you'll just be dragging and you'll be like, oh my goodness, I don't know why I'm in this situation. I don't know why there's stagnation. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why that is happening. Don't you just feel tired at some point when you're complaining about the same thing in your life? Well, this is the right time to look into your inner cackles. You know that there's some friends that are friends, and there's some friends that are just associates. Like, everybody have those friends that, okay, if I'm going to party, is this person. If I'm going to read a religious gathering, is this person. If I'm going to this, is that person. But I'm talking about your inner cackles friends that can make or mar you. Now, one way to know if your friends, if you should cut off from that friendship, is if the person is always in the receiving end, and this receiving end can be anything. Okay, we know that every fingers are not equal. Nobody's, everyone are not the same. You can have a friend that's always taking from you, and just you're not getting anything. Getting anything may not be. It might be money. It might be good advice. It might be a positive impact. It might be referral. Maybe you're just the only person referring this friend, helping this friend, checking up on this friend, calling this friend, and the person is not checking back on you. Darling, run. Friendship is a relationship, just so you know. It's a solid relationship. It's something where it's good to have someone that you could pour your heart to. But if your friend is that person that is never there for you, someone, those friends that you will just be calling to check up on them 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 days, they've not called you for a month, is when you now stop calling them, they will not remember, oh, after 5 weeks or 2 weeks, I've not heard from John. Oh, what's going on? They will not call you. Oh, what's going on? I've not heard from you. There's some that will not even call you. My dear, you need to run. Like, use your 2 legs and run away from that friendship if you really want your head to be focused. Because for me, I feel 2020 just began because all those pandemic and everything did not really let us, follow through with our long list or our long plans. But right now, if you've not been planning and following through with your plans, you need to plan now and follow through with your friends and check them out. You know what I'm saying? So another thing to know that you need to cut off from that friendship is when your friends, there are some people that you buy a new car, they'll be like, she just bought a new car. You just bought a new phone. You just bought a new dress. As in, they're always like envious of you. Envy is not a good thing. When you're envious of people, it's good to be happy for someone. Like, oh, I bought a new car, I bought a new dress, or my friend bought this, my friend bought that, my friend is building a house, and you're happy for them. But when the friend is now like, are you the only one? I pray this thing does not even click. My sister, listen, concentrate, look through, and check very well. Check your friends out like you check your mails. Check your friends out like you check things around you. Check your friends out like you check your shoes and check everything out, because they say that person when they wear shoes know where they hurt them. So you need to check your friends out, and you need to pay serious attention to these people. Don't just overlook someone's envy, because envy can grow into jealousy. It can grow into a whole lot of things, and it can hurt you in the long run. So you just have nothing to lose by walking away and cutting away from that friendship now. Because remember, okay, there was this thing that went viral on social media about a girl getting an iPhone 11 on her birthday, and then her friends went to go and poison her. You want to tell me that your friend have not been saying some things that have been looking suspicious before now? So to avoid the sorry, to avoid telling God, meeting God in heaven gates and telling God that it's not my time, it's my friend, I wish you knew by looking now. Look now, wisen up, this is 2020. So look now and ensure you cut off that friend. When I say cut, like cut the person off, but I will tell you how to do it in a very nice way. You should cut away from friends who do not have your back. I'm talking about friends who do not care about you when you're down. It's only when you're shining, maybe when you post a new Instagram post and saying, oh, I just bought a new house, I just acquired this on my birthday, I just acquired that on my birthday, I just did this. When you're posting your life, when you're living the life and showing them on Instagram and all of that, and they remember, Mary is alive. Mary is living the life. Let me call her and check up on her and hook up with her. Those kind of friends, trust me, those friends are very toxic. Please leave those friends alone. Cut them off. They don't need you. A true friend will be with you in the hard time, in the good time, and in the bad time. Like in the baddest time, your friend should even be with you. When you're soaking Gary, you guys are soaking Gary together. If they're arresting you, you find your true friend in jail with you as well, because you guys are birds of the same feather. You're meant to build yourself together. But in the positive light, if you're hustling, if you're starting a small scale business, for instance, your friend should be there to encourage you. Your friend should be there to help you, ginger you, push your content, push your things out there. If these people are not doing anything for you, just know that you don't have a friend. You just have like a lip service friendship, or a friendship that you should do away with. You should also at this stage do away with friends that are two-faced. All these two-faced friends that come and tell you this and they go at the back and say something else. Friends that will mislead you into doing the wrong thing, and then when you check, they'll be like, I didn't really mean you should do it, I was just saying it. But dude, you implied it. Like, hello, you implied it. Do you understand? They implied that you should make that decision, and when you make the decision, you're falling to the pit. They're like, sorry, you would have not done that, I was just saying it, I didn't mean you should go through it. Like, didn't you know that? Didn't you advise me in that light before? So avoid two-faced friends. Another friends you should avoid that are also similar to the two-faced friends are these backstabbing friends. These backstabbing friends, like you tell them a secret and then they go behind your back and then tell someone else what you told them when it's meant to be a secret. It's not a general discussion. Or you tell them you're trying to do this and they try to outsmart you to get something out of you, or to get something that won't favor you, or to get people not to even favor you. So all those backstabbing friends, just stay away from them. There's nothing at this stage. You shouldn't be doing second chance. Like, I'm going to give you a second chance. You're not acting Salvador. So this is not a Salvador second chance where you're giving someone another life. This is your life and you only have one life to live. So ensure you stay away from these backstabbing friends before they ruin you, before they ruin your life, before they take out this all your whole goals from you. So you just need to stay focused and stay away from these backstabbing friends, because trust me, it's never going to favor you. Avoid friends who keep a grudge with you. Those friends that they would hurt you and you hurt them. At least friends, one thing about friendship. In friendship, there's some times that you would, hurt your friend. I don't mean in a bad way, but there's sometimes that you just maybe do something that doesn't go well with your friends. You guys have like a meaning quarrel. Even families too. Sometimes families, you may not always agree, but then when you hold on to that disagreement for a very long time and you're always referring to it and you're always trying to make the person feel bad when the person is not even thinking in that direction or thinking in that line, you're the one bringing it out to tell the person, okay, is it because I did that to you? Is it because I did that to you, so you want to do this to me? Like, dude, I don't even remember. Like, girlfriend, I don't remember. Like, girlfriend, I don't remember even doing that. I don't even remember that happened. So now you're raising it up. You're making me open back memories that I don't want to remember. Like, we're not enemies, we're meant to be friends. So all these people are frenemies. You need to understand. Stay away from these frenemies. All these frenemies that will bring your black book that you burnt somewhere. Maybe they've gathered the charcoal, the ashes, and they've sort of like find a way to, make it all whole again and make you remember those things. So if you're moving forward and you're actually making efforts to move forward, or you're actually really moving forward, not lip service moving forward, your true friends should not be taking you back to those memories that you're trying to get rid of. There's some friends, you know that you have frenemies when they try to, degrade or take down your values or disrespect your values. Now, your frenemies will always disrespect your values, so they are not friends. So at this point, when you have friends that are telling you, or maybe your value is to, always go out, or to always, improve yourself, and you have one friend telling you, why are you trying to take that course? Why are you trying to do this? And they're making fun of you, making you feel bad, and before you know it, because your friend have said you should not take that course or to write the exams, you now delayed it. And then fast forward to the future, you realize that, if you are taking that exam or taking that stuff, you would have been, a little bit forward into your future, into your dream life. So just cut away from those friends. They're not friends, they are frenemies. They are frenemies. I repeat again, those people are frenemies. And also avoid toxic friends. Like God, this toxic friendship is something that I can't even deal with. Like, I can't deal with. There are those friends that any little thing, they're always making you feel, they're picking on your bad things, they're picking on even your goods, they'll make your goods seem bad, they'll make you feel like they mentally abuse you. You just realize that when you're hanging out with this person, your energy is going down, like you feel less of yourself, you feel, you're not even good enough. Like, those friends, you should run away, because they'll destroy you, they'll demoralize you before you even think about it. So those are not friends, they're just frenemies. You're the one adding the friends, you understand? But they, trust me, they're your enemies. So it's a frenemy. It's high time you're working with that. There's no friendship in there. Okay, another thing you should avoid, like friends who complain a lot. There's some people that just complain. You're telling them to do one or two things for you, and then they're complaining. But if it's their turn, you can start complaining. You can make those sacrifices. But when it gets to your turn, it just feels like the whole world has come upon them. Like they have the worst case scenario happening to them at that time. They always like try to put you last, and if it's going to stress them out, they don't want to be there for you. Like, come on, you're not Mr. Goody Goody. You're not Mrs. Goody Goody. It's high time you realize that if your friend is not always there for you, then you should realize that there's no friend. There's probably not, if the person doesn't see you as a friend, so you just have to walk away from that friendship. Don't cry about some things. Like some people are crying in Big Brother over some friends. So please, in life, you just have to realize who your friends are and who your frenemies are, and know how to handle them. I'll tell you how to handle them in a bit. There's also some friends that just serve as some obstacle to your success stories. You know how it is. I remember when I was in school back then, my school days, I had this girlfriend that, one thing about me, I'm very sociable, I always go out, but then I always try to read my books. I always read my books because I don't have any excuse. Do you understand? So then I had this friend that it's always during exam time, it's always during the exam period that she always wants to party, she always wants to go out. But then I actually party from word go from the beginning. I can go out, I can host events, I can do all sorts, prepare events and all of that. But once the exam timetable is out, it's like the exam spirit just overwhelms me and possesses me, and I'm always reading all through the night, doing TDB and all of that. But this is my girlfriend. She always liked to, read, always liked to party during those times, during my reading time. And then it got so bad that, you try to compromise for your friends to an extent, make them feel good. But then when it's at your own expense, at your own detriment of success, you just have to call it a quit. Because that day, I remember it was her birthday, and then she was trying to blackmail me into going to her birthday party. And then I told her, I'm going to come at so time. And then, but we're going to leave. I'm going to leave at so time. I'm not going to stay till the end because I have an exam. And then she wanted me to stay till the end. This girl actually, when I wanted to leave, this girl actually sees my stuff. I could not move. I could not go anywhere. And I'm like, girl, I have an exam tomorrow morning. I need to read for this course. I've not read for this course. And then she was like, me too. I have exams. I've not read. Why are you saying that? Like, they brought us together. I can't carry over. I don't want to have carry over. So I actually left, and that's left a bad sore in her mouth, and it also left a bad sore in my mouth because I told her about it earlier on before then. But since that happened, we all decided to, you know, work our own part, and I realized that that friendship was not for me, and maybe she realized it was not for her as well. So life goes on. You don't have to kill yourself over things that are not favorable to you, especially in this 21st century, in this time where you need to like make sure things are happening for you. Just know, any friend that hates you secretly, it sort of like pours out when you start noticing jealousy, envy, backbiting, blackmailing. They even go as far as blackmailing you. They can go as far as telling some people, or maybe your colleagues, or telling anybody around you that you're a bad person when you're not. So those kind of persons, you need to like cut away from them. Stop fueling them with stories that they can turn. You know, one thing about rumors spread as fast as wildfire. So you know, one thing about these frenemies, they'll take one story once, just tell them A, you will be so surprised how they're going to generate A into B, C, D, E, or A, I, I, A, I, A, I, I, A, I, I, A, I, V, A, V, A, V, I, I. So you know those romantic figures that they usually have with exam questions. Like, it will shock you. It will shock you, if you know what I mean. So if you don't want to be shocked by these friends, it's high time you cut away from them to ensure you get going, to ensure you get, ensure you get to that direction that you're planning. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just have to dance it all out and ensure that you are in track. So cut away from all those frenemies. They're not your friends. And trust me, this world is filled with over a billion, like billions of individuals. So there are always chances for you to make new friends. Don't think that, oh, because this friend is not meeting up, you have to die there. You don't have to die there. You have an option. You have an option to move from that friend to another friend to another friend until you get someone that syncs with the same energy as you, or have the same goal as you. Do you understand? So guys, friendship is not by force. We understand that the human nature is now nature to, have people around us, but you also need to look inwards to be sure that you don't have people around you that just want you to be out of them. So you just have to be guided. You just have to think things through. You have to evaluate your friends to understand them. No hasty decision. One way to cut away from your toxic friends is by having, first of all, you need to think through whatever you're doing. You need to like check out this person for real. If the person is new, if you come to a conclusion within yourself that this person is just toxic to you, then you either have a conversation with them and tell them, see, it's not working, we can't be friends anymore. I remember doing that to one of my, I'm not happy about it, but it was a sadly necessary decision to be made. It was really sad because I liked her one, and I know of course she could go head over heels for me, like fight for me, but then there's some things that were happening that I know that if I stick with this energy, I'll just lose myself completely. And you don't want to lose yourself completely just because of a friendship. If you lose yourself, then what do you gain? What do you gain if you lose yourself? You man up, like also like with a like kind of thingy. You just tell them like this friendship cannot go again, like I have to live my life, like those kind of things. With the other's voice, just tell them that it's not going to work. Otherwise you just drain yourself and you will completely be lost. And before you start regaining those lost years, come on, you've lost a lot already. Another thing you could do is you could also seek other people's opinion, like let them in, so it's not just you making a hasty or a rash decision. Like if you have a group of friends, you can discuss to other friends about it, and if they feel actually it's something you need to work out from after you've made that decision, then fine, you should walk away from that frenemy ship. I'm trying to get that word. That frenemy ship that is not working for you to sail in a good ship. So you just have to like walk away from it. And also you could set boundaries for them and see if they cross it or not. It's not like you testing them per se, but you've discussed with them about a particular thing to stop it, or you've had the conversation with them on what you don't like about them per se. It's not like, friendship, you don't really have to tell someone to change for you, because people only change when they decide they want to change. So, but if they respect you enough to be able to not, wash some things all over you to make you feel bad, or wash some things over you to, to want to crush you or crumble you or destroy you, or, be envious and give you bad energy and bad vibes, then yeah, you have to cut away from them if they're going to give you those bad energies. So this time around, you have to tell them bad energies, stay far away. Like, we don't need bad energy in this 2020, guys. You don't need it. So just walk away from it. And it's always good that you end the relationship, you end your friendship in a good and a very polite way. You don't be rude and say, you know what, this relationship or this friendship is over. Like, that was so dramatic and look like you're in primary school. Just like have a matured conversation with them and let them know why you have to let go of this friendship. Because if you start stating why, the reasons why, and the instances you've had to have a conversation with them and they refuse to change, or they refuse to adjust, or they refuse to respect your boundaries, or they refuse to respect your decisions, or they kept on doing things to hurt you, to backbite you, that backbiting, if anyone backbites or blackmails you, you should just end that relationship right away. You don't even need an explanation to end that. So these are just some toxic friendships that you need to end, and try as much as possible to end it without any bad blood, if you know what I mean. So guys, this 2020, you just have to make the right decision and the right friends so that you guys can be sailing and bubbling in the next year, so that, you know, things can be going all well and all fly, because there's no time to even say no time. So no time to say no time. So you gotta choose your time and your friends wisely. Follow me guys on Instagram at @nataberry_. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friend to subscribe. That's if you've already subscribed. And also turn on your notification button and press all. Please, it's very important. Don't forget to always drop your comments. Like, if you drop your comments, it's easy for me to relate with you guys. It's easy for me to, you know, talk about what you want me to talk about. And if you're shy, don't forget my Instagram is there for you. I have a DM. I always read, I always respond. Like, I'm always available. Like, I'm available. Good. Look how they're laughing at me behind the cameras. Anyways, guys, so please don't forget, I'm really available. Like, I'm a lovely, jolly, good soul. So let's talk. We can talk about everything, and that's why it's Nata Talks. Drop your comments and let's talk.